Hey book besties, it's your girl Tia, and today I thought we'd do a little sit down chatty Q&A video. How cute is this jumper? It's got bows on and now I'm kind of regretting it because it is fucking sweltering in here, guys. Honestly, it is so hot. So as soon as the video is over, I'm gonna change something different because it's too hot in here. So I asked my Instagram and TikTok for some questions for the Q&A. So we are going to go right into it. I'm going to try and put them up here if I can, obviously without their tags, because obviously I don't know, do people care? I'm not sure. Okay, let's start with TikTok. So I only got one on TikTok. Anyway, Bestie Gem said, what is the most unhinged book scene you've ever read? Like, no context, just pure, my brain was like, what the actual fuck, basically. Do you know what, right, there is actually not many. There's not many I'm not like, what the fuck. I think at the time my brain was a bit like, whoa, okay. But in Haunting Adeline, when he puts the gun, the pew pew, inside her, I think at the time my brain was a bit like, sir? But now I've become like accustomed to it, so I'm not really like as shocked, I suppose. Right, let's go for YouTube, like email. So David said, how do you get out of a reading slump? Okay, I love this question. Do you know what? I feel like everyone has different answers. Some people take a little break from reading. Some people reread their classics. I'm not really a rereader, to be honest. What's going on there? I think my TBR is too long for me to reread. So yeah, I think, guys, I don't know what's going on with my hair. Anyway, what I do, and this isn't going to work for everyone, so do whatever works for you. I just continue reading. So I just pick up my next books. I'm thinking eventually I'm gonna get out this reading slump and enjoy something. That can go one of two ways. Like, either I will, if I'm reading arcs and I'm hitting a slump because the arcs are not hitting, then I will go to like my actual TBR and read something, or I pick up something that I know that I'm gonna love and then that I know that's gonna, or anticipating to take me out of the slump, or I just continue reading until something happens. I don't stop reading. I'm not one of these people that, like, I hit a slump and then I'm like, okay, let me take a step back, let me stop for a couple of days. No, I literally read every single day. And the way to get myself out of the slump is just to continue reading and just push through it. Okay, let's go to Instagram. This is where I got all the questions, guys. So one of my besties said, why are you so hot? Babies, why are you so hot? I think it's because the fucking heat in here. But no, seriously, I am not hot, but I love you. Okay, if you could be any book character, who would you be and why? I feel like there's so many. Like, if I want to be a book character because I want to be with their man, then I mean, we could go for like Feyre from ACOTAR because, like, obviously recent. I could go for like Violet Sorrengal because I want to have dragons. I could go for Darcy Vega from Zodiac Academy because of obviously Lance, but also like powers, like she's got all the elements, she's very powerful. But if I'm talking about personality, I think Diana from the Book of Azriel. She is, from where I'm reading in her villain arc, but she is like a morally grey FMC. She is badass, like absolutely badass, so powerful. She's so funny, guys. Like, she's literally has so much banter. And I mean, obviously she has Sam Keel in it as well, like, come on. But I think because she's so badass and she's very, very confident in herself, and I feel like I would like a little bit of that. What has been the most rewarding, sorry guys, I talk a lot with my hands. What has been the most rewarding thing to come out of reading books? Okay, I feel like coming to myself a little bit more, like, as a cliche maybe. Obviously I get to escape reality, especially someone that like deals with a little bit of like mental health. I like that escapism, and also I feel like it's brought me a little bit more confident because I've actually found what I like. Like, although I used to love reading, I've really refound my love for it. But I think the most rewarding thing has to be the friends that I've made. Like, I'm someone like, I'm very, very shy and introverted. Like, until, like, in person, until you get to know me, I'm very, very quiet and shy and a little bit socially awkward. So starting to find my love of reading again, sorry, I have made so many book besties. Unfortunately, they're all dotted around the bloody UK, so they're very far away, but obviously I'm planning some meetups hopefully for next year, so I'm gonna try and vlog those guys, like, because you know how bad I am at vlogging, so don't keep me to it. But I've also made some like local book besties as well, like local-ish, and I have just made so many friends, and I've just made like so many best friends as well. Like, as someone like in your 20s, I'm obviously late 20s now, RIP, it's really, really hard to make friends. Like, when you're younger, when you're a kid, you could literally walk up to another kid and be like, hey, what's your name? And you'd be like, Tia, what's your name? Oh, Sophie, do you want to be my friend? And they're like, yeah, let's be friends. Bam, you're friends. As an adult, it doesn't work like that. You have to actually have some common ground, and it's a lot harder. So I'm really, really grateful that I've met the type of friends that I want as well. Like, I love the close-knit friendships. I want to know all your TMI. I don't care what you want to tell me. If you want to rant, you rant. Like, literally nothing is off the table. That's the type of friendships I love, and that's the type of friendships I've had. So I think that's been the most rewarding thing, to be honest. I feel like that was a very long-winded answer. God, sorry guys, I told you it's a chatty video. You're gonna have to deal with it. If you woke up as any character from a book, who would it be? Okay, I'm gonna not say the same answers that I'd said previously. So let's go with Sarah Swain. Is that how you say her name? I'm not sure. In Quicksilver, because I mean, like, her banter with Kingfisher is unmatched. I feel like I'd have a good time, but then I feel like I'd be in a lot of danger actually. So maybe not. I was gonna say Shannon Lynch, but like, after she like lives with Johnny, you know, because like, I don't want that trauma. I've had my own trauma. I don't want any more witnesses, you know. Or even Avery from Unhinged, because it's a why I choose. I mean, I don't know, because I don't know if I want that in real life, but if she's got Grey, Damon and Theo, I feel like that would be a good way to like live your life. I don't know, and I feel like it's something a little bit different answer. Can you give us your skincare routine? Okay, my skincare routine is literally not it, guys. Like, yeah, I don't really know what's going on. I don't have the best skin routine. I'm really bad at sometimes remembering to do my skincare. But the cleanser in the bathroom, someone's in there right now, so I will grab the moisturizer and toner that I use. So I'm someone that goes through like a lot of different skincare. This is what I'm using at the moment. So this is the brand that I'm using. So it is the Simon Urian, I think that's how you say it, MD, which is like a pharmaceutical like skincare brand. So it's actually made by like doctors and stuff. It's very nice packaging too. This is the toner, moisturizer, and then I have a cleanser like sits in the bathroom. And then when I want to do like a scrub or something like that to like exfoliate, I use this Monate Berry Refined Scrub, which is like you can use it as a mask or like a scrub, and it smells amazing, guys. Literally, it's like this little, that's what it looks like, but it literally lasts so long. I've literally had this for ages. But yeah, that is literally it. And sometimes I do have like put in a couple of serums, but the serums I was using I'm not really a fan of. I think it's actually making my skin worse and more flaky, so I've decided not to use those, and my skin has actually been a bit better for it, but I need to find some more serums to use. Yeah, but that's very basic, guys. It's literally thing they do say, like, when you're starting skincare, start with the 3 steps. So start with your toner, your cleanser, your toner, and then your moisturizer, and then after that, then find out what your skin needs. Like, you need to start with that basics and then find out what your skin needs. If your skin needs something a little bit extra, then you can add in a serum or something else that like you need if you're finding your skin needs a bit more hydration or anything like that. So your bookish icks. Okay, I don't know if you're talking about like what people do with books, like dog ear books, break spines, like stuff like that, but I'm gonna think you mean inside a book. book. Okay, number one, when authors use wet folds or folds with any type, slick folds, I don't like the word folds. I really don't like it. It literally makes me feel sick. I've DNF'd a book before because I couldn't get over it, because I wasn't invested in the characters enough to get over it. If I'm invested in the book, I can move past it, but I'm just like, no, it makes me feel sick. Also, when they call the female genitals her sex, like, he touched my sex, or I touched her sex, like, why are you calling it that? Like, I don't like that. It just sounds really weird. I don't like it. Another one is miscommunication. I hate it as a trope, guys. And when it's used, like, some books, if you do it right, but very rarely do they do it right, but I just hate it as a trope. Like, I think most of the time it's so unnecessary. Like, these are books about, majority of the time, two adults. Why are you not having a conversation and chatting it out? I don't get it. Also, pick-me's, like, not very many books do this, but there is a few, and they have very pick-me energy. Like, I'm gonna name a book now, guys, and if you love it, that's down to you, but I really didn't like it. Den of Vipers, I felt the FMC, I could not connect to her. I felt she was very, very pick-me and very like, I'm not like other girls, and just, I don't like that. Like, when you're like, I don't know, she just like put others down to like make herself feel better. I just don't like it. I also don't like, do you know when the love interest, like, whether it be like the MMC or FMC, it's usually the MMC, when they're singing and they put the lyrics in the song, in the book, sorry, I don't know why. I don't like that. Usually, I'm not gonna lie, I do skip over it sometimes. I just don't like it. The only one, and it wasn't actually singing, is, actually breaks my heart talking about it, in Torment by Dylan Page Part 2. They have the Night We Met song by Lord Huron, is that what it's called? Or Huron, and oh my god, it literally broke my heart. Like, if you've read it, like, then you know, but just, oh, I can't, guys. Also, Insta Love, I am not a big fan of it. Like, I know sometimes, like, people become instantly obsessed, but a lot of the time it doesn't work. It feels very rushed. You're not invested in the characters enough to feel like you could go over it, if that makes sense. I just think, yeah, most of the time it just doesn't work, and yeah, I'm not a big fan. I will say, like, a physical, like, book thing, when they put unremovable stickers on books, do you remember it says like Netflix bestseller or like something like that, like author's choice, do you know what I mean? Like, and you can't remove it. I don't know if there's any to hand that have it. Top 5 besties from books. Who do you think you'd be besties with? I love this. I'm gonna need a little minute to think. I say a little minute, which would be like, the next slide will be me talking. Okay, Shannon Lynch from Boys of Tommen. I do think we would be good friends. I feel like we're very similar. We're both like quite quiet, like to ourselves. But yeah, I feel like we would be good friends. I feel like we're not like similar, but like in some aspects we are. Because I am like I said, like quite quiet, so I feel like I would have gravitated towards Shannon. So I think number 1, Shannon. Also, Darcy Vega, not necessarily Tori Vega. I don't think off the bat. I think she's quite standoffish. I think once I got to know her, like I think we would have like been friends, judging by like some friends that I've got. But definitely Darcy, because in the same sense she's like the quieter one. But then I feel like she comes out of her shell a little bit more as you go on, and I feel like we would be good friends, you know. I feel like Annika from God of Pain, I feel like she'd be one of those people that would, like, she's like very extroverted and I'm very introverted, and I tend to gravitate towards, as friends, and it sounds really weird, but I gravitate towards extroverted people. Like a lot of my friends are, I would say, more extroverted. I mean, not all of them, but in the past and stuff I have gravitated towards the more extroverted people. So I feel like we would have gravitated towards each other, and she would have like took me under her wing and like basically made me be her best friend, and I wouldn't hate it. Violet, I think from a photo finish, I feel like she's one of these people that will like just become your friend. Like obviously she wore Billy down, and I feel like she's just one of these bubbly people that you just chat to and you'd instantly like. And yeah, I feel like she's like one of these people like quiet, but then you could have like a really fun like TMI conversation with as well. And then I'm gonna say Ava from Twisted Love. I think she is just nice to everybody and she just wants to be friends with everybody, and I feel like she's a very sunshiny, bubbly person. So I feel like we'd just meet and then she'd just be like really bubbly and sunshine, and I'd be like, hey, like I want to be your friend. Do you know what I mean? And I love that. And I feel like these are not answers that I've like wouldn't usually give, but I feel like it's a bit of a mixture. You've got like the quiet ones, but also like the loud or louder extroverted ones, if you know what I mean. And that is it, guys. That is it for the Q&A. If you've got any other questions for me that you want me to answer in the future, leave them below and I will potentially do a part 2. Let me know who you think you would be besties with, like whether it be, I know I've done literally all girls because I feel like that's just the easiest to do, but whether it's guys or girls, let me know who would be your book besties. Like if you was going to be besties with like a character from a book, who would it be? Because I'm really intrigued. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and I will see you guys next time. If you enjoyed this video, if you could hit like and subscribe, that means so much to me. And you can also follow me on BookTok and Bookstagram because I post a lot more on there at tias_book_corner. As always, that is always a mouthful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.